Alright. You are live.
No, over here.
No, I don't want to rotate device. It's gonna make me. Everybody else does live that way. Yeah, it's gonna make me.
I don't know. Still ain't live over here.
Marking
Yeah,
this.
that ain't gonna work like that, baby. That ain't gonna work like that.
No.
Tell you what, hand me that picture of me, John and Matt. Hand me the phone, I'll hold it just in case somebody is watching.
There's that. Try that.
If they're watching, I don't know how to find out. If you're watching, bear with me. We'll get this right in just a second, somehow. Give me a book or something.
Try these two together.
That way. Hello, living the dream. I did see that. We need a book. We need an encyclopedia. We got Blissful Acres Off Grid Homestead. Hello. You had to bear with me. This is the second live stream we've ever done. And we still don't know what we're doing. We're doing all right. Living the dream. How y'all getting along down there? Normally I read them on the tablet where I can see. But today it's not coming up on the tablet. So I don't know what to do about that. But just bear with me. We're practicing.
Tell them your producer is trying to figure out a way to.
Yeah, Darlene says she's the producer and she's trying to figure out what's going on.
Try this.
Bear with me just a second.
That should hold. Not holding it.
Yes, I'll just hold the phone. I'll just hold the phone. We'll see how this works. But this is kind of a trial run, just a little practice. I promise I'm not going to drag it out like an hour like I did last time. We're still trying to figure out how to do this. Still can't get it up on the tablet. Where I can read everything. Well, if you let me figure out how to do it, I'll tell you. But we're still trying to figure it. It's not as easy. Everybody else. I was looking at Farmall Fanatic a while ago. He was doing a live stream. He made it look easy.
Apparently he's done it a time or two.
I'm learning the hard way so y'all don't have to.
What about that?
That's actually pretty good.
Okay.
And in case you're wondering, we got the phone and our business card holder
and a picture
frame. So I don't know if you can hear me or not.
And we do have a tripod and a little tripod, but neither one of them will hold the phone this way. And that's the way it made me do it.
They're talking amongst themselves right this second, waiting for me to get my stuff straight. That's actually probably a good thing, though. Well, here we go. We're live. We're live over here. Oh, there we go. Now I can read it. Let's cut the volume down. Well, we'll cut the volume back up just a second. Cut the volume back up just a second. Cut the volume back up just a second. Cut the volume back up just a second.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah, we got to cut the volume off. Well, how's everybody doing tonight? No, we really don't have a topic tonight. It was, we're trying to learn how to do live streams, if you want no truth about it.
It's Chris's birthday.
And it's my birthday, and we were just goofing off, and I said, well, let's try to do another live stream and see if we can figure out how to do it. And that's kind of what we're trying to do, is just see how to do it. And I appreciate y'all watching. You be our guinea pigs and tell us if we're doing a good job or not doing a good job.
That way you're looking this way so they don't see the side of your face.
Okay, I think we've got something other than something to hold the phone, because you can't use the phone the right way. It keeps saying rotate the device. Let's see what they're talking about over here. Paul's Butchering Chickens. I got to repeat this stuff for my wife because she's sitting over here and she can't read it. Paul's Butchering Chickens. Living the Dream. Blissful Acres just subscribed to us today, and we went and checked them out.
Okay.
And that's something else I want to tell you right quick. There's something going on with our comments. Our comment will come up in the
Alert.
Alert to say you have a comment, but then when you click on it, it doesn't show up on the video, and I can't read it. You get like the first line and some dots, and then when you click on the video, you can't read the comment. So if you've left any comments for me and I haven't responded, it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's because I can't read it and I can't respond to it, because when I click on it in the inbox, when it shows up on the tablet, it won't show up on the video where I can respond. And I don't know what's going on there. If any of y'all ever had that problem, maybe you can tell me. I'm not brave enough to get in front of the camera, let alone do a live show. I have no shame. I'm not embarrassable. There's nothing anybody can do to embarrass me. I've made a fool out of myself in front of hundreds of people before. It don't bother me a bit. And besides, there's only 3 people watching, so I still be kind of good, you know.
There's only 3 people?
There's only 3 people.
Well, get to know them better.
Well, y'all, if you're here, let me know you're here. Tell me who you are. Living the Dream. We got something that's going to be on the way to y'all very shortly. The post office closed today before we could get to it. But,
ask me if they heard of moon pies. I figured that would be.
Oh, Darlene wanted to. Okay, for anybody else that's up here don't know what we're talking about. Living the Dream is in Australia. And we've all seen, everybody's up here from America, we've all seen Australian stuff on TV. We've all seen the movies, you know, the old stereotypes, Crocodile Dundee. But talking to Living the Dream, we've established something. That what you see in the movies in real life in Australia is not the same thing. And something that I'm fascinated by is the cultural differences. Just the little things that, you know, we kind of take for granted, we assume people do everywhere. What's rainwater? In Australia, they drink rainwater. If you try to do that here, does that say can hear me or can't hear me? Can anybody answer? Can you hear me?
Turn the volume on the tablet.
Oh,
shouldn't affect the
no.
phone.
Okay. Plus a list of slang people need to figure out. Living Dream says, I can't hear you. Okay. That was something, Living a Dream, that was something we were going to think about doing here too, because
asking them to exchange a list.
Yeah, asking you to exchange a list of Australian slang, and we're in the southern United States.
So we got the real good slang.
Oh, PG Nano Farms here. And we're in the South, and the South really is like being in a different country than being in the North. The West, the North, the South are different. The way we speak is different. The accents are different. My accent's been calmed down a whole lot because, well, I had speech therapy when I was a kid because it was so bad. I had what they call a Carolina brogue, and it almost sounds like you're from Scotland. It's really, really thick. And people from here couldn't understand me. You know, but I learned to speak from my grandmama, and that's the way she talked. And it,
yeah, he can't talk to spell check either.
yeah, and I can't. You ought to hear me trying to talk to any of this stuff. It's automated. It can't figure me out. That's something I will ask you. Do you have any trouble understanding me? Does anybody tell me the truth? PG next time I talk in South Carolina, but raised around the world, I just can't talk to you. You sound all right to me. But I do have a thick Southern accent. It's not as bad as it was when I was a boy, but it's pretty thick. And we use a lot of words here that they don't use in the rest of the country. Y'all. Y'all's completely southern. Momot, that's southern. Grammy, southern.
And we used y'all before. Y'all was popular. And everybody's got
Cheers.
t-shirts now.
Shirley Hobson's in Texas. Yeah, y'all about the same. I heard one time just about everybody in Texas originally came from Tennessee and North Carolina. Y'all sound about like we do. I got a few friends in Texas.
My sister lives in Texas.
Duster Dude 225, I doubt you do have any trouble at all understanding me. And happy birthday to you too.
Hey, Josh.
Well, I'm gonna put his well, Josh. Happy birthday, Josh.
I don't have to say his whole name.
Shirley Hobson's from California. Well, Shirley, do you have trouble understanding us? Living a dream, I will tell you this. Your accent's very, what would be the word? You can understand you.
Yeah.
She said, no. Clueless homesteaders, hey y'all. But we're going to try to do that, living a dream. If you'll send us a list of Australian slang, we'll send you one of Southern slang.
And you have to send us a cheat sheet too.
I called
What they
crayons
mean.
crayons for 18 years till my dad corrected me. I say you bet you because my family is from Iowa, but I'm a Pacific Northwesterner. We got one from Louisiana. Alan C. Travis, good to have you. We're talking about accents. If you just jumped in, we've got some friends of ours in Australia that are watching, and we're Southern, and we're talking about the difference between Australian, Southern, Northern accents. The only people I really have trouble understanding is people with a thick Maine type accent. If they talk fast, I have to listen to them twice. But other than that, I can do pretty good.
I have trouble with you when you start the Scottish thing.
Well, it ain't really Scottish, but I get it's thick. It's thick. What was some other words? Kierce. Does anybody else say Kierce? Or is that just an East North Carolina thing? And Momot's means screwed up. Mucky. Mucky is, for lack of a better way of putting it, poopy mud. And Gommy is like thick, sticky mud. Blissful Acres. We got Blissful Acres.
Grammy also was rainy.
Well, Gommy is muddy and mucky and mommed up and just, they all kind of go together.
Grammy Day.
Yeah, Gommy's kind of multi-purpose. But we got a lot of things we were talking about the other day nobody else probably knows, and a lot of slang that's different. Duster Dude's from the country. He's from towards the mountains, and we have a little bit different way of talking. Just that little few 100 miles or so, we sound a whole lot different. And I'll just throw it out there. He's my cousin.
And they look just alike.
And I think the world of him is a good boy. He puts up a lot of car videos, little short car videos, and some videos on working on some tractors. Y'all can go there and check him out.
He looks like your younger brother.
Well, we do favor, but we're the same breed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We should favor a little bit.
Apparently we have to get a whole nother tripod because...
Well, that's something else. Has anybody up here done a live stream before? Because right now I'm looking at it on the tablet over here, and it's just...
Well, apparently it's taking the Wi-Fi just to do the...
I don't know if anybody can... See, it ain't doing nothing right now.
Are you still getting... Yeah, they're still coming up.
I'm still getting comments.
Yeah.
I love it. They say you get your accent from the first 5 years of your life from the society around you. No problems at all. You know, that's probably true. Crayons, that's funny. They're picking on the girl for calling crayons crayons. But, well, I'll tell you one kind of similar to that. Which I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, Which I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Apparently it's just my tablet that's messing up. But when I was growing up, there's some things I'll tell y'all. When I was growing up, the sink in the kitchen, everybody called it the zinc.
We did too, though.
And like at school, they would tell me that I was mispronouncing it, that it was sink. So I spent my whole life thinking that my mama, daddy, grandmama, whoever could not talk, that they said zinc instead of sink. And then one day when I was grown, or just about grown, somebody pointed out, no, they used to call them zincs because they were zinc plated steel. They didn't call them sinks, they called them zincs or wash basins or lavatories. They didn't call them sinks. It wasn't that you didn't know how to talk, it was that they didn't know what they called it, you know. And another good one is smart. When I was a little boy, smart did not mean you were intelligent. Smart mean you would work. If you would work hard, you were smart. And I'm having a little trouble following the comments. Pharmacy C that where it says North think y'all pronounce everything funny. Yeah, we probably do. I feel the same way when I talk to Yankee. I think they're just screwing everything up, but that's normal probably. Sure.
From the north?
He's from the north.
And you just called him a Yankee?
I don't think the term Yankee is offensive. I mean, they know they're Yankees. PG Nano Farm to Pharmacy Season Network. I was a military brat, born in South Carolina, raised in Georgia for 9 years. Pharmacy is. I'm going to say probably something. No, I don't have any trouble. I watch a lot of your videos. I don't have any trouble understanding you. None whatsoever. But it's like my little boy. My little boy doesn't sound like me. And I think where that came from when he was little, he watched Sesame Street so much. And I think he learned how part of the way he talks, he learned it from TV. Because I didn't. We didn't watch TV when I was little. You know, I got to watch Woody Woodpecker at 4:30. I think it was the only TV show I got to see. What we're talking about says smart. Smart didn't mean you would. Smart didn't mean you were smart. It means you work hard. My daughter. Cool bit of history. Had a little trouble reading them. Has a Brooklyn, New York accent. My mother-in-law has a very New York, Brooklyn accent. I believe the only person I've ever talked to from Brooklyn was on, or I don't believe I've ever talked to anybody from Brooklyn. I think everything I know about them I saw on TV, in movies and stuff. What was another one? Curious. Does anybody know what curious means? It's not curious, it's curious. Anybody from the South may have a chance at that one. And what's one of the other ones that's so way off, way afield? Oh, we don't carry stuff, we tote it. I think that's not American Universal. Pharmacy cheer.
We did a
It's curious. I don't know how in the world you spell it, but it's what it means is you're particular.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean yeah, we say I'm fixing to.
About to.
Yeah, I'm about to. I'm fixing to. So never heard that. Well, curious means you're funny, particular.
You want things?
No, it's not curious. It's not curious.
It's pretty much spelled the same. It's just.
It may just be an
accent.
Eastern North Carolina thing, but to say somebody's curious means they're hard to suit. You can't do anything right. You know, an example would be like, old man Smith. No, I can't spell it. Don't ask me to spell it. It ain't curious, but it starts with a Q. It's Qurse or something like that. But it'd be like, well, old man Smith asked me to paint his house, but he's so curious, I don't believe I'm going to try to do it. You can't suit him. That's what that means. Sorry, I was bagging a chick. Living a dream. No, you don't have a real strong Australian accent. Curious, that's right. Qurse. That's probably as close as I was thinking. Someone won't ask you why they call chooks. Why they call chickens chooks instead of chickens? Where did that come from? There's a bunch more if I could think of them. There's a lot of words that were used when I was a child that's kind of fell out of favor. People now around here talk more like you see on TV. They watch, you pick up some of your vocabulary, I guess, from watching TV or movies and such, and they kind of have moved away from some of the old ways of saying things. But then again, the Southern English has a little bit more in common with like the Australian English. We say reckon.
Oh yeah.
And our thoughts, I reckon, or I suppose to be, I reckon.
I guess.
Yep, that's right. Just short for chickens. A Davenport. I've heard Davenport before. I'm not sure what a Davenport is. Wes Wager said that bacon and eggs and fried grits. See, Travis said, what you reckon? Yeah, that's right.
Fried grits?
What's a fried grit? PG Nano Farm said couch. Let's see if she's right.
Couch?
Oh, well, she's the one. I'm sorry. I thought Pharmacy Season Network asked the question. I'm sorry. So it's a couch. That's about like a shift robe or a wardrobe.
Oh, a Davenport.
Yeah, Davenport.
Yeah, I've actually heard that. I'm having a hard time keeping up with all of your different conversations.
If we were to buy roast chicken, we'd call it cooked chuck. Don't matter the size. Okay. But one thing I will say is it's amazing how everywhere here, Australia was settled by, English and Scotch-Irish people, I guess. And, here was too. I mean, we're all, I guess, the predominant ethnicity be English and Scotch-Irish. And how different everything, with a little bit of isolation, how different everything went,
And tell them that you're not rocking back and forth. Your stance is under the table.
Oh, my dog's got to be in my lap or die. He can't stand it. And, he don't like it right now because I'm pushed up too close to the table and he can't get up here. And but this is where he's got to be all the time. And if I'm not careful, he'll be in my lap. All 100 pounds of him will be in my lap. He's a big baby. Pharmacy Season Network said cook chip. He liked it. That does kind of roll off the tongue, don't it? But something like, talking with Living a Dream.
Samson, get off the table.
I think they get how's the best way to put it? Hey, it said you were beautiful.
What?
They said you were beautiful. It's going to go to your head.
They're looking at the dog.
Yeah, they're looking at it. Pay me no mind. They're watching the dog. Oh, yeah, I'm a tractor sign aficionado. I like them. I wish I had some old ones. All these reproductions, but I really like the old farm all tractors. It's what I grew up with.
Get off the table.
And
get off the table.
And I like them. I don't have any old farm alls anymore. The ones I have are just too wore out to keep fixing. It was going to cost way too much money to fix them. And when I was younger, I did something stupid. I sold them. They were my daddy's, my granddaddy's, but they were wore out. I work on tractors for a living, and I knew how much it was going to cost to fix them, and just never really had the money to do it. And one thing that I don't like, that I don't do, is I don't keep projects. I learned a long time ago that if I keep a project, it won't never get finished. It won't never get done. And I spend so much of my time working on everybody else's stuff that I don't have time. I don't have time to do anything for myself. Pharmacy Seeds bought a Massey Ferguson. Good job. I'm just bear with me a minute. I'm trying to. Let's see. I missed something here somewhere. Y'all bear with me just a sec. Pharmacy season, farmhouse now. So I've worked on those. Just bought a Massey Ferguson 2 months ago. We all have them living the dream. I missed something somewhere there. Oh yeah, that Massey Ferguson makes a fine piece of equipment. The only problem you'll run into with a Massey Ferguson is some of the utility tractors are made, and I can't think of the name. Starts with I think, but they're made overseas, and they're a little expensive to work on. I put a clutch in one last year and was just amazed. The clutch was like $1,800. Oh, unfinished projects. I think sure. Okay. Well, they won't ever get done. I'll get something that's, I'm going to restore this tractor when I get the money. I'll never get the money. I mean, there's too much to do.
Baby, if you keep on, he's gonna be on the table.
Well,
Make him sit down.
we were given a free Kubota tractor and it won't start. I used to run a Kubota place. I was a Kubota factory trained technician. Ran the Kubota dealer for a couple of years. If I can help you out with it, I'd be glad to. That's what I do for a living now. Anybody that's new, it's just subscribed, just met. I'm a tractor mechanic. That's what I do for a living. I'm a tractor mechanic, a welder, a fabricator, and a blacksmith. I have to make a lot of parts for old antique equipment. No convicts. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you about something. I think that everybody, or they claim everybody, uh, in Australia was a convict sentenced to transportation in England. Well, the Scottish side of my family got here by being sentenced to transportation in England. So I got you. I can't say nothing. We can't pick on you about that. I think the old family story is there was a Scottish uprising. They gave them a choice of sending them over here, killing them, and they picked coming over here. 1968 would be expensive to find parts for. A 68. It's a Massey Ferguson. Is it a 165, 175, something along those lines? Well, we got a French last name, obviously, but when they do the DNA thing, we find out we're mostly Celtic, Scotch, Irish, and Welsh. 3165. I see. That's a pretty good size tractor. On the Kubota trace fuel supply. Parts worth a beast. You got to hold back. No PTO though. Might dig one up at the junkyard as well as 3-point hitch. I think you can probably still get parts for that tractor. Irish and Thai, but my 3 oldest are part Scottish. Been married more than once, huh? I know the feeling. That's why my boys are. We got some tractor junkyards down here. I don't know if they got them everywhere in the country or not, but I can usually find or make or make something to. We'll say we tried reading the lines fuel. Okay, if you got fuel to the pump and no fuel coming out of the pump, there's 2, maybe 3 options. The pump could be bad. You could not have enough fuel going to the pump, or more than likely the fuel shutoff's not working. Is it electric or manual? Do you pull a rod you cut it off with, or is it cut off with a key?
Don't forget the other folks.
I'm having trouble keeping up. Pharmacists, you can probably find that stuff in the.
Oh, that's another Southern thing, folks.
What, folks? Everybody don't say, does everybody else say folks? My wife just pointed out that we don't know people say folks. You got pump, filter, fuel shut off. If you got fuel to the pump, a good stream of fuel to the pump, I would check the shut off. That's gonna be the well. I fix a lot of Kubotas. The older ones that cut off with a rod don't give much trouble. The newer ones that have an electric shut off, the real new ones have a timer up under the dash that's supposed to cut it off if you leave it. Like if you cut the key on, uh, like if you cut the key on and didn't crank it, that after a while it would kick it off to keep it from burning it up, and that timer goes bad. Oh yeah, the older stuff is a whole lot. When they started putting computers on diesels, that was the craziest thing. And something else y'all probably didn't know is like I work on a bunch of John Deeres. I mean that's what I work on now. That's what everybody around here farms with. I work on a bunch of bigger John Deere equipment, and
They don't like it.
they've got it fixed now where I can't work on it. If you don't have a laptop to hook to it to be able to work on it, you can't do anything to it.
With John Deere program.
And they've got the software for that laptop copywritten, not patented, but copywritten, where I can't ever own it. I can't ever have it. And there's a big lawsuit about that now called the Right to Repair. That they're trying to fix it where everybody can get the stuff to be able to work on it, but they ain't got anything done yet. Have never has computer problems. That's the truth. When if you think about it like this, and it's for everybody. If you were going to start farming, would you want to have an old F-150 with a 6-cylinder and a 4-speed, an 85 model truck with nothing on it electronic, or a brand new Cadillac? Which one do you think is going to hold up better bouncing around cow pastures and driving across plowed fields? Computers and electronics don't do well in dirt and mud and cow poop and whatever else. It just wasn't a good idea to even, I don't know, I guess it was the EPA trying to make them cleaner that screwed everything up, Yeah, the old 6-cylinders. Well, I'm a Ford guy. I know a lot of people disagree with me about that. And I know I drive 85 Chevrolet everywhere I go. My old service truck's 85 Chevrolet. Put you on share on Facebook so more people will follow. Thank you. I think I know what that means. She says she put us on share on Facebook. What does that mean? Do what now?
It'll show up under her thing.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. My wife Facebooks, I don't. Goes to the high pressure pump, but doesn't come out the other end. The crankshaft is moving around the end. Okay, I'm going to have to read it over here. But John Deere didn't make it painted. I'm a Ford man too. Duster dude said, Dad, they don't even mess with the new controlled John Deere. He lets the young guys work on them. I wish I could, but I guess what I'm going to do is go get a job at a John Deere place again for a year or two so I can learn how to work on them. They offer me one about every week and I don't take it. The farmer says, I might try tapping those pumps slightly to free them up. Yeah, I have had some fuel shutoffs. If you would take a brass hammer and tap them a little bit, that might be worth it. But I'd be willing to bet fuel shutoffs either stuck or not working.
I thought Duster Dude's dad had moved to the office.
No, he's still a mechanic. I think they tried to get him to move to the office one time. He wouldn't do it.
Okay, that's what you told me then.
Well, most of the old Ferguson's got a manual shutoff on them. They got a cable. Most of them. And but I would check the fuel shutoff on that Kubota. I fixed one of them this week. It was the same problem. I said, don't stick me in the office. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about something. I was a shop foreman at Kubota dealer, and I was a shop foreman at another shop. And the shop foreman is not the job you want. I imagine this is probably true of all middle management. But middle management is the suckiest job you can have anywhere. Because what happens is you catch all the slack from the people working for you, and you catch all the slack for the people you're working for, and you really can't do anything about anything. You can't make the people working for you do but so much, and you can't make the people you're working for do anything. And I couldn't do it. I had a really good paying job at Kubota, paid the most I've ever made in my life. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't keep my employees satisfied or my employer satisfied. And you're the one that gets to be the bearer of bad news to everybody. It's a bad job. I wouldn't do it. Just, dude, I don't blame your daddy a bit. Pull switch 1980 model. Okay. It can stick on the inside, or the pump could be bad. Something you can do is take the top off the gas tank and get an air hose and put a rag around the gas cap and blow air into the tank and make sure it's really pushing fuel up there to it. And really, you could do that, or you could get a gallon jug and run a hose off the bottom of it and gravity feed it down to that pump would be enough pressure. Just make sure you got plenty of fuel going to it. If you got plenty of fuel going to it, none coming out, you take the top off the pump and make sure the piece is moving on the inside, because sometimes the lever will move on the outside, but the lever on the inside won't be moving. But some of those Kubotas have got a big shoebox style pump on the side of the motor, and they're aggravating to change. It goes down in a hole. It like sticks down in a hole this way on the side of the motor. They'd be kind of worrisome. But if you decide you need to try to take it off, I'll get the manual out and we'll do a video on it. I'll show you how to time it and everything. 1980 model. What size is it? What's the numbers on the side of it? I've got plenty of Kubota manuals, factory manuals. Yeah, you need to make sure the filters are clean. But if you just take and I know there's probably a banjo fitting on the side of the pump, but if you'll rig you something up where you can run fuel right straight to it and bypass the rest of the fuel system, might not be a bad idea. That's what I do a whole lot when I'm trying to diagnose one, trying to figure out what's wrong with it. I'll run it right straight to the pump. Just do away with the supply pump, do away with the filters, do away with the tank. Run what I know is good diesel fuel right straight to it. Yeah, that's right. Cog filters are pretty normal, but blissful acres are. I'm assuming that the people gave you a tractor, now I'm assuming this now. I'm assuming they gave you the tractor because it wouldn't run, and I'm assuming that they probably had somebody try to fix it. The normal stuff. We see this a lot. New filters, the lines have been blowed out. Somebody may have tapped on the pump to make sure the shutoff wasn't stuck and it wouldn't crank. See, fuel pumps are $1,000, and sometimes tractor just ain't worth it. That's why I try to preach a little bit here at the shop against people, small guys like us, buying diesel tractors. Because I know where there's 10 sitting right now that the only thing wrong with them is they need an injection pump. But the people can't afford to fix it. Like yesterday, I put a pump on a 2640 John Deere. And this is just a rebuild. We took it off and carried it and had to rebuild. It was $1,100 plus $250 to change it. And, well, same thing there, like Pharmacy Seeds is talking about. Had a rusted gel primary when we got it. That's normal. Of course, on the Ferguson, them aggravating glass bowls, people won't change the filters anymore than they absolutely have to. They're the hardest thing to get to quit leaking after you change one of them. If you use new gaskets and you put the old gaskets back on a new filter, most time will leak it drop. Hey, Rainbow Valley Ranch. I have to do hydraulic lines. Hydraulic lines or something else can be expensive. You can spend as much money as you want to on them. Every once in a while, we'll get a backhoe. Somebody buy a used backhoe and want them all replaced. And we're like, oh, are you sure? It's probably not a good idea. And, oh no, I want it right. And then $1,800, $2,000 later, they're wishing they just patched it. Hey, Rainbow Valley Ranch. Yeah, like losing the lotto. That's right. We just what you do with these, you just change them a few at a time. Have it chained up for now. Yeah, we have to do stuff like that a lot. So all I run here is old stuff. My tractors, one of them's a 53 model Massey Ferguson, the other one's a 60 model Massey Ferguson. Need to get Mark in on this tractor talk. Go get him. Let him talk to him. Broken swing piston. I don't know about welding that. Pharmacy seeds. It may work. It depends on where it's broke. If it's broke right in the end, I'm assuming that the knuckles broke off the piston. It'll hold a while, but it won't never be like it was. I have about a 60% success rate welding cast. Probably fabricate extra sturdy. I mean, it'll hold a while. I welded the ends back on a couple of them. RG Homestead just stopped to say hi and all in the chat. We're glad to have you. It'll hold a while. I welded up one the other day on a peanut combine, what they dig peanuts with, and it held the rest of the season, you know. He's really good. Cast does a lot of it. Hopefully it'll hold up. It might, but cast is funny. I've welded some of it, and it lasts for decades, and I've welded some. Same rod, same part on the same tractor, and welded another one up, and it wouldn't last long if you got the driveway. A lot of it depends on how gritty it is, how grainy, how good of a casting it is. Good cast to weld, sorry cast won't. And, you know, the moon's got to be right, and, you know, the wind's got to be right, and the planets have got to be in a line or something, but sometimes you can weld it, sometimes you can't. Yes, exactly. But I actually went to school to be a welder, not to be a mechanic. I already knew how to weld, nobody wouldn't believe me. So I had to go to the community college and get a degree. That's right. You know, you got this, you got to do something. Throw some to the back end, the wind of it blew away. I mean, I don't know what the secret really is to it. But I will tell you this, and you ain't going to believe it. If it's nothing that's really got the, like this, the step on the side of a tractor, you can weld it with a MIG welder. Heat up with torch a little bit, weld it with a MIG welder, wire MIG welder. 4150 Kubota. Yeah, solid over your shoulder, that's right. But if it's nothing structural, you can weld it right up with that MIG gun. It'll hold good. I found that out on these old Cub Farmalls. The bottom radiator supports cast iron. It's real thin. It's really, really thin. And we had been brazing them because they won't hold the weld. It's only about that thick, and it won't hold the weld. And we had been brazing them with a torch. And somebody said, why don't you just MIG it up? And I didn't know you could even, you know, because you're not supposed to be able to MIG cast iron. It's not supposed to work at all. And we started MIGing them. And if you go slow, if you drill the ends of the cracks, make sure you drill a hole at the end of the cracks and weld it slow, it'll weld it right up. The problem with the braze was, believe it or not, that thing is so thin, it would get too hot and the cracks would run. Even with drilling holes in them, the cracks would run. It's really a bad design. They didn't put enough cast iron there when they built them in the first place. And if people let the antifreeze give out on them and they got water in them, it doesn't get cold much here. And when it does get cold, it's sporadic. So it may be 70 degrees today, 65 tomorrow, and then tomorrow night it might drop down to 15. And nobody's prepared for it. It's been warm for the last 2 or 3 days. They're not worried about it freezing. They know there's no antifreeze in the tractor, but what's the chances of it getting that low and it'll fool you? It'll get down 18, 19 degrees and freeze and bust. And it happens all the time. We have more trouble with it down here than y'all ever will up north because you're worried about it up there. We figure it's not going to be a problem here. And they let stuff freeze and bust. My old Ford truck didn't have but 10,000 miles on it, and the block was busted on it because of that. They ran over something and pulled the water hose off and filled it back up with water and going to fix it the next day. And when it was new and it froze and busted, so I had to deal with it leaking water from a bad drilling pin job on the side of the block for the whole time I had it. But yeah, the Boy Scout motto, be prepared. I live my life by that. I'm a firm believer in it's better off to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. But yeah, that brass will flex. You're right about brazing. Sometimes brazing's better than welding. It just depends on what the
Is everybody keeping up with this?
well, Blissful Acres has got an L4150 Kubota. Help me remember that because that's going to be important later. L4150. That's is that about a 45 horse machine? Is that right? Darlene's going to write that size of that tractor down. That way we'll have it. And I don't know if Living a Dream's still watching, but if you are, we're going to send you some, we might email them back and forth to you. We're going to send you some words to talk about, and you send us some.
L4150.
L4150.
Kubota.
Sounds like a pretty old machine.
Kubota.
Yeah. That 41 is, well.
They don't know the year.
No, I suppose you know all the Kubota numbers by heart. L4150. I hope it ain't gray market. It don't sound like it would be with that L in front of it. Oh, he just sent a link there. I'll check that out when we get through with this. Broken swing mount. Them old 65 tractors are pretty tough. They were one of the better series they made. I used to have a 65 backhoe, and that's old. That was made in the 60s, early 60s, 61, 62. And they had the slowest hydraulics on it. Well, I appreciate that, man. I'll check that out. But it had the slowest hydraulics on it. We're probably going to cut this short in a minute because I think the phone's going to die. Oh, there's Rainbow Valley Ranch.
Did it buzz in saying that?
It's saying low battery, so I don't know what's going to happen here. But we made the other one way too long the other night. Anyway, held y'all up way too long. But something I want to tell you right quick before the phone dies, in case if it dies, that's what happened. The phone died. We don't know how to. I don't know if we can even get a charger over here where it's at or not. But I want to thank everybody, especially my new subscribers. We've had about 10 people subscribe today, and I really do appreciate it. And And I don't know, we may be able to fix this, you know.
I usually can.
She's ground up drop cords and everything else. But I want to thank all my new subscribers. And something I want to tell y'all again, anybody just tuned in.
Might have to do it this way.
There's something wrong with my comments. And I don't know what's going on, but the comments will show up in my inbox. So I've got a tablet now where I can check comments and stuff when Darlene's at work. But they'll show up in our inbox, but they won't show up on the video. So when you look at the phone, it says in the inbox, and you hit it, it takes you to the video. It takes you to the video, but the comment won't show up where you can answer it. I've had 4 or 5 do that today where you could not answer the comments. And I don't know enough about what I'm doing.
Stick it in there.
Well, hold on. Pharmacy Seed says you probably have to go to the control panel for YouTube. We don't even know how to do that. YouTube marks unnecessary stuff. We'd wondered, but they won't. I'll be honest with you, death threats come through.
That's what, 3 different times now?
Well, one of them wanted a death threat. One was just calling me every kind of SOB that was ever born. But the mean and hateful stuff comes through. Well, apparently if you actually here, I can see this now if you want to look at that.
Okay.
He said once you sign in, you got to go to YouTube Studios. Once you put up a video telling the truth that you actually Rainbow Valorant, so just tell me who, Chris, I can take them. Yes, true story. I get spam getting. What did that say? See, don't stay on the phone long enough to read it. Spam getting through and they will block my friends. I think that's, how's it possibly saying low battery when it plugged to the charger?
That sure plugged in good.
But if you tell the truth about that you're going to eat your little pigs or eat your chickens, people hate you. They hate your guts. I had no idea that these little sweet bunny huggers could be so vicious.
Well,
I mean, these people love everything, right? I mean, they can't stand the thought of eating a pig, but they can tell them that they ought to scald me and skin me and all kinds of stuff, you know.
Tell me to try something real quick. Try it, turn it, and see if it'll.
We're going to try this.
Yeah,
It says rotate device. Maybe somebody out there knows what to do about that. Probably are while they're eating a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Bring it down some because you're cutting your face now.
You can't eat your pigs, but they will have bacon for dinner. That's right. Well, the one that really got me, was the other day, one of the pig videos. They called me a sociopath. They said, you must be a sociopath if you can look at these cute little pigs and then eat them. Was it a sociopath or a psychopath? They called me one or the other.
Psychopath.
Something ain't plugged up. Was it still saying low battery?
It is. I just checked it. That's why I got up.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal. I don't know what the deal is with them, but I've got 3 or 4 really nasty ones. There was one wanted to
Try now.
no, it's going crazy over here. Anyway, if I lose y'all, it's cause I got something simple for making homemade laundry soap.
Oh, I want to do that.
Yeah, we want to do that.
Ask them would they watch if I made the homemade
Well, that's exactly right. I think y'all probably heard in some of my videos the expression "stupid enough to starve to death with a yard full of chickens." Well, that's the category these people fall into. They would definitely be stupid enough to starve to death with a yard full of chickens because they don't understand that out there walking around under those feathers is chicken. They can't put 2 and 2 together. You know, they're not that smart. But we got some really hateful comments. Yeah, Bliss Rader's 5-cylinder, 50 horse. That sounds about right. It's a little bit older tractor, but I think I worked on some of them back when they were new. It wasn't a popular size around here. Our Kubotas around here were 35 horse and under, and 90 horse is what Yeah, that's right. They have trouble with 1.1. I'm falling behind again. They stay on the phone a split second. If there's more than one, you can't read the second one. Well, that's right, living the dream. They're not connected to the land anymore. Around here, especially years ago, people understood that, fried chicken on Sunday came from, the little red hen that was running around the yard on Tuesday. They understood that hamburger came from a cow, sausage came from a pig. They don't know that anymore. They've never had to work to raise their own food. They've never had to butcher their own food. If they had to go to growing a garden and growing livestock, they would starve to death. And I don't know if I'm overstepping, but living a dream, you told me one time somebody had said something hateful to you about your kids outside working. Well, that's the problem. Nobody makes their kids get outside and work anymore. That was the biggest reason that I started back doing this years ago, was because I wanted the young ones to have to do it. Yeah, that's exactly right. They criticize what they don't know anything about. And if they had to do it themselves, they would never do it. And, I see all this stuff. There's a couple. I ain't going to get off on a tangent here, I promise. I really won't. Maybe. I try not to. I promise you I'll try not to. Okay. They say that one camp says that people have sharp teeth because we evolved to eat meat, or God made us to eat meat, whatever camp you're in. Okay, the other one says that that's not true, that we're better than that and all this. But the truth is, people were made to eat whatever we could get. That's how we survived. We could eat anything. From roots in the ground, to tree bark, to bugs, to chickens, to whatever. We were made to eat whatever we could get our hands on. Period. And I don't know why that's so
Predatorize.
Hard to get your hands. That's right. We were made to be able to hunt and kill. We were made to be able to grow and reap. We're omnivores. And I don't know why they can't grasp that concept. If you put it down in the jar, it's going to be like I'm talking in a barrel like it was last time.
No, that's why I put that in there to keep it from going so far down.
I don't know. Y'all tell me if you can hear me. We're back to the court jar.
Too far. Try that.
Pharmacy C says, not deer eyes. They're watching all directions. That's right. Muffled. That's what I thought. I can hold it. It ain't that big a deal.
You keep cutting the whole bottom half of your face off.
Oh.
That's better.
Well, this could be a radio show. I'm sure that watching me ain't the big high. I'm sure that half of them that are watching or listening to it ain't even really watching. Yes, y'all better be glad I can't find a damn soapbox, because if I could get a soapbox, I'd stand on it. This is Chris in a barrel. Yeah.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Let me out of here.
Oh. Pharmacist said, I never liked having to work so much as a kid at paid off. I'll be honest with you about something. Years and years and years ago, I wanted to go fishing with my buddies. They all come up here and Shanghai me. And we had a worm bed, so I was popular, when it was fishing time, because we had fishing worms. And they came up here, come on, Chris, let's go fishing. Well, I ain't fed up yet. Oh, come on, you'll be all right. Well, I took off to the creek. Grabbed my fishing pole, and I took off to the creek. And just a few minutes into going towards the creek, I seen my daddy's old F-250 bounce across the field. And I ought to have sense enough to run, but I didn't. And about 10 minutes later, half a mile across the cow pasture, I got snatched through the window of that F-250, and it got the brakes beat slam off of me. Broke my fishing pole, threw it at me. And I had to come home and feed up. Well, I made a promise to myself right then, I was never going to own a chicken. That I was never going to have a chicken, and I was never going to have a hog.
Why do you keep getting them?
And I grew out of that. But when I was 12, I told myself that I was never going to have livestock to have to feed when I could be fishing instead of feeding them. But I finally grew out of that. And right now, my 12-year-old will tell you right quick that if I died today, the cows must be gone tomorrow if he had any say in it. They wouldn't be here past dark. But maybe he'll grow out of it one day. Maybe he'll learn to appreciate it.
And he'll be buying a new video game with the money.
Yeah. Well, he wants some video games bad. All his friends talk about video games, and he wants some bad. He don't have any, but he wants them.
Well, to be honest, he has an old, outdated game that they don't make games for anymore.
Pharmacy says, give you a soapbox preach on. Where do you get soapboxes at? Rainbow Valley's son is 12.
That's the same age Jake is.
Yeah, same age Jake is. Pharmacy C said he'd never have a wood stove. One in the house, one in the greenhouse. Yeah. Well, we had the wood stoves too, but wood stoves never really bothered me that bad. I didn't mind splitting wood. PG Nano says she has a 10 and a 14-year-old, older two. What was the bottom when it got going for? I couldn't know.
100%.
Yeah, the 100%. What
I
was
think
that?
once it's in your blood, it's always returned to the land.
Well, see, I was raised in the backfield. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I was raised in the backfield, in the cornfield, driving a tractor. And I just can't stop it. My wife thinks I'm crazy. Darlene thinks that I'm mentally insane, that I need to go talk to somebody. And sometimes I wonder if she might be right, but I can't quit. I can't do it. That year before last, every friend I've got grows a big garden. Every friend I've got grows a big garden. Garden is popular where we're at. We're in the rural part of North Carolina. Backfields. Everybody gardens. Everybody's got
the country.
Yeah. Well, we're out in the middle of nowhere is where we're at. And about his summer fling the garden. Well, because I do, a garden's hard work. A garden is hard work. I've seen y'all's gardens. I see the work y'all put in them. I know what it took to get what you got. And we do the same thing. The weather down here this year has been so bad that you couldn't grow nothing. I mean, we ain't been able to grow nothing hardly. We had the first garden we planted did good. We were able to put some stuff up. Our field peas did real good. Butter beans did real good. String beans did real good. We managed to grow a few tomatoes up here at the house in planters, some cut off barrels. But when we dished it up the growing season here is so long that you can have more than one garden. I guess I should have led off with that. But here you can plant a garden when it dries up, burns up, heat burns it up, you can dist it up and replant it and start over. Would have made about half as good with our foliar feeds. Yeah, the weather this year has been bad. My 20-year-old son comes and stays the weekend. He's scared of chickens. But a 20-year-old is genius in other ways. Well, everybody's different. Everybody's different. I might have to talk to him about being scared of chickens, though. Is it not really, really scared of them, or you just don't like them? Is it a fear thing, or is it just, they're nasty and they're chickens? But I will tell you a funny story right quick. Years ago, when Jake was little, right, so I was scared of chickens before I got some.
When I first met Chris, we had, I don't know, about 20, 25?
Might be both. I doubt a 20-year-old man scared of chickens. He might just figure they're dirty or scared they're going to get. Some people worried about bird lice. They are little dinosaurs. That's a good thing. We were talking about that the other day. And have you ever seen chickens get after a mouse or after a lizard? I don't normally feel sorry for mice. Well, let's face it, they're nasty, disease-carrying little vermin. But I feel sorry for a mouse when a chicken gets after a mouse. That's right, they're ruthless. They grab them and look.
Rip them into pieces. They all fight over it.
Yeah, they're fighting over them, and the mouse is still alive. I mean, it's just horrible. I mean,
Oh no, in the blizzard. You have to bring them in, put them in the box. Get a big cardboard box, put their chickens in.
Do what now?
They're rescuing chickens out of their blizzard, and apparently they've got some really bad weather going on.
What was the one that said Bonnie we were watching? I missed something there.
They're rescuing their chickens from a blizzard.
What's the Blissful Acres off of Bologna we were watching and listening? I
I missed
lost
that
something
one.
there. Right here. We did have a bad rooster when I was little. That's what I was going to tell you a story about. Living a dream, that was ruthless.
He's not.
I'm not even reading that back out. That was just plain mean. I don't know the man, but that was just plain mean. But it was funny. I liked it.
You show more of the ceiling than you are of you.
Oh,
Do you want to read that one?
been prepping for 20 inches of snow and negative temps.
Mm.
Man, 20 inches of snow down here would be the end of the world as we know it. There'd be people committing suicide. We would not. 2 inches of snow shuts the world down. We're not prepared for it. We don't have any way to handle it. And I don't know. I think we might have got a foot one time. About a 10 or 11 inches or a foot. And it was bad. It stuck around for 2 or 3 days
The problem is
too.
we don't get snow, we get ice. We get a little bit of snow and a
I
whole lot
feel
of
for
ice.
Pharmacy Seeds, what state are you in? I suppose you know that because I've been watching your channel. But which state are you in?
New York.
New York. Okay. But you're upstate New York. I don't know anybody that's not from upstate New York. Everybody from New York is from upstate New York.
Yes.
I called that, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll tell you quick that they're from upstate. PG Nano Farms, where are you at? You told me a while ago, but I can't remember that far back. I got a memory about like a chicken. Oh, the chicken story. I'll get the chicken story in a minute.
How do you know what chickens remember?
Well, they're obviously very stupid.
Western Washington. Oh, you're
Western
up north,
Washington.
north.
Okay. Now, how's the climate in Western Washington? I know it's wet. I've always heard that it was wet.
Don't like downstate.
Don't like downstate. Is all of New York state, downstate, is that all the city? Or how does that work? Darlene went to New York one time. I wouldn't get on a bet. Not the city part.
I went to Manhattan.
Washington never see a Sasquatch. My boys think they have. They swear to God they seen a Bigfoot. And they believe it. If it's a lie, they believe it. But no, years ago when Jake was little, 4 or 5, I made him old toy sword and a toy shield, right? Where's that word there? All city from. Can you say that?
Poughkeepsie.
Bliss Lakers off weird about Kingman, Arizona. Thank
Did
you
I
for
say
that.
that right? Poughkeepsie?
Yeah, I knew y'all were in Arizona because I was watching some of your stuff today. Rainbow Valley used to live in Owego, New York. You said it right. You said it right. Is it Owego? That can't be. It can't be Owego. It's got to be something else.
That actually sounds right.
Well, you know how it is. Well, I'll tell you where we're at. We're in eastern North Carolina, roughly a little south of center, halfway between Raleigh and the beach. Yeah, I've heard the taxing and the taxes in New York are horrible. I've heard that from a lot of people. I actually have quite a few friends from New York State that moved down here. And something that always
I worked with a few girls.
something that's always surprised me about the people from New York State, upstate New York, is they fit in perfect here. If it weren't for their accent, you would never know they weren't from here, weren't native. They fit in perfect. Well, you can pronounce the hard to pronounce names.
I don't think I'm saying that right.
What's that next one? Delhi?
Yeah. Hannah?
Y'all are losing me on these names here.
Shanna. Okay.
Oh, anyway, chicken story. We're talking about chicken story. I'm gonna get back on chicken story.
Chicken Mafia.
But I made Jake a wooden toy sword. I painted it, whittled it out with my pocket knife, and I made him a little sword, shield because it was Halloween, right? And we took a piece of old cotton sheet and painted a red cross on it and slung it across him with a hole cut for his neck. Called him a crusader for Halloween. Well, it was a cherished toy. The sword and the shield and the little outfit was a cherished toy after Halloween was over with. And he got outside, and that old big white rooster, he wasn't a white leghorn or anything. He was mixed up once hatched here. But he was a right good sized rooster. And Jake decided that he was going to be the dragon. He was going to slay the dragon. And he attacked this rooster with his toy sword and his toy shield. And for about I finally had to get rid of the old rooster because for 2 months, every time that boy went outside, all he had to do was get a foot off the doorstep, and that rooster could run all the way from the barn out and run him back in the house. Wouldn't let him outside. And viciously attack him, spurring him in the head. I mean, something had to be done about it. But what does ROFL stand for?
Rolling on the floor funny.
Oh, okay. I've been wondering what that was.
We need to teach you some text speak.
Oh, and if you want to hear something else hilarious, I absolutely refuse to send a text message. Won't do it. Can't make me do it. I've got an old flip phone. It takes you 20 minutes to say hi. So both of his roosters had to be trained. How do you train one? Because the only way we were able to train one is kill him. His name was Austin. Made an awesome stew. Francis said, I don't even have a cell phone anymore. Now, I have to have one for work. I'm really on call 24/7.
Easy. Easy
Why
how?
don't you tell me how you did it now? Because I don't know. Once they ever start fighting you, I don't know how to make them quit. See if you knock them in the head.
Kick him in the meat.
No. Okay, that's work. Did you read what Rainbow Valley Ranch said? Said her name, her rooster's name was Awesome. He made an awesome stew.
That's awesome stew.
Farmer said, don't need to hurt him. So grab him and hold him upside down. We might have to try that. Of course, most time when these old big roosters we got are going at you, you can't do much more than keep them off of you. If they're flying and going at your face. And I might try that because I didn't know that. I learned something else today. Freezer camp. That's Danny. That's Danny at Deep South says freezer camp. Living a dream. Good tip thinks that really does work. I had never heard of doing that. Take about 18 months to mature. Believe it or not, it's always the old ones here that do it. It's never the young roosters. It's always the really old, really big ones. Like the flock rooster, the one you've kept to be...
Sorry, I just found out I can text to you from this.
Well, what would be the point in that?
I don't know. I was just playing over here.
Yeah, I mean, it would work, but I didn't know to hang them upside down. I've heard something else today. I want y'all to understand something. I've had pigs, devil wear roosters. I mean, You know, I love a Delaware chicken. If we could have them around here, that's all I'd have be Delawares. I like the way they look. The white with that little, it's like you took a paintbrush and just kind of brushed a little bit of black on them. They are pretty to me. Icelandics, pharmacy seeds. Well, tell me about Icelandic chicken. My wife's playing with the tablet while I'm talking on the phone. Oh, I'm fixing to really get her.
Oh man, that sucks.
Did y'all look quick? I'll do it again.
That's mean.
But yeah, they're pretty chickens. They're pretty chickens. I saw them in some of these videos. They are pretty chickens. And I won't picking on you about the game chickens. These old game chickens we got around here, the white ones you see running around the yard, all they're good for is to sit. But they are the sittingest things you have ever seen. Rainbow Valley Ranch says all the camera loves you.
Yeah.
Well, they really are. They really are good looking birds, but I understand they're expensive as crap. What I've seen on them, I guess you had to buy hatching eggs or something, but I couldn't afford the birds.
We'd have to get an incubator like my
Well, Trevor's
size.
got all the incubators.
I don't know how incubators.
He's got every one that we own. He's got his and mine too.
Yeah.
So I go down there, your wife missing you through your live stream. $350, 25 chicks.
How much we pay for those $60 when we ordered them?
Man, we're poor folks down here in the South. We can't spend our money like that on a chicken.
It was like $60 to order 50 of them. Samson stopped.
I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but the dog just walked up here and moved my arm because it wasn't in the right place to suit him.
Well, he thought you were having a heart attack. You're holding your chest.
It skipped a beat or two to me. I said $350 for 25 chicks.
Trevor would do that.
Yeah, Trevor would do that. I'm poor too. Here's mine. I know you were joking, but now Trevor has spent some stupid money on chickens. He may be watching right now, so I ain't gonna say too much.
And if that's the kind of chicken you want, he won't.
Made it up with a tractor for $500.
There you go.
He's got show chickens. We need to do a video on it. He's a little shy,
Very.
and I don't really blame him. But he has some show chickens that were kind of expensive, but they're show chickens. I mean, they're not. We're not gonna eat them or anything, you know.
She said it was good to put a face to the voice.
And Moran's are expensive.
He likes those tiny ones.
Well, show chickens is just his hobby. His hobby is chickens, you know. And but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. We've got
Samson, stop.
the dog can't deal with it. He ain't in my lap. He's gonna be in my lap or die. Come over here with this apple. Come on.
I got it.
But we got, you know, we got a few like full-blooded chickens, but most of what we got is just old mixed up stuff we hatched here, and they seem to do the best. I've always kind of believed the breed of chicken didn't really matter. I can't tell a whole lot of difference, you know. I like Delawares because I like the way they look. Love the beautiful egg basket. Must not be here. Trevor's got some of the, what are they, Americanas that lay the blue eggs? What is that one there?
I don't think that works that way.
What?
The Easter, did the Easter, they lay colored eggs?
Yeah, Trevor's got some that lay blue eggs. I know they got some lay blue eggs and some lay green eggs.
Really?
Yeah, they're not like blue, like my shirt blue, but they're
As you
blue.
can tell, I don't know anything about chickens. I just kind of go with the flow.
But yeah, there's Easter eggers that lay green and blue. We had some We had some. I don't know.
Not green and blue, no.
Yeah, well, Trevor's had them, but there's one that lays black eggs. We had a melanistic, I don't know what they call it, but when the chicken's all black, even the insides are black. Yeah, PG Nanophar. Sometimes they ain't a real. They're just a shade blue or a shade, kind of a green tint to them. Sometimes they ain't real colorful. We've been through that, you know.
Ate my Easter eggs. Eggers laid pink and brown. I was bummed. Yeah, our Easter eggers apparently just laid brown and different colors brown.
What are you talking
Brown
about?
and brown.
No, they've always been at Trevor's.
Okay.
But we had some Americanas. Because I got them for Trevor. That's the only reason I got them. And then we had the show chickens that we got from that woman.
Can I tell them my chicken story?
What's your chicken store?
We
The black meat. Well, we never saw the inside of that chicken, but she was a bantam, and everything was black. I mean, she was the prettiest chicken. I mean, she had little white streaks on her face. She was a pretty chicken.
she looked like a pencil drawing.
Yeah, she like a pencil drawer. Yeah, that's right, PG. But something got her. We thought she got gone twice.
Hello, Norman.
Oh, hello,
Nana.
Nana Grace. How you doing this evening? But she was beautiful. But we thought she got gone one time and she came up with a nest full of biddies. She was one of these little game mixes we had, and she came up with some biddies. She had hid somewhere in sets what she had done. And then she got gone again. Something got the biddies that got her. And I'm behind on the comments. I can't,
They're talking about this.
see, I got a dog in my lap too. It's making it better. Rainbow
Moore.
hatching eggs. Josh
Moore
Moore.
said hey.
Hello.
A.M. Semanti? A.M. Semanti?
Yeah, I ain't educated enough to pronounce some of this stuff.
Alright.
We looked it up one time. Black chicken breed.
Yeah, there we go. I agree.
We looked it up one time, but I forgot what they. Yeah, we couldn't remember what it said it was. Rainbow Valorant said I can't pronounce it. I can only spell it. I understand. And something else I want to ask y'all about. I've been trying to answer these comments on the tablet over here, and I can spell a little bit. But I'll write a word out, and it'll change it. And I have it spelled right now. I swear to God, I have it spelled right. And it'll change it to some of the craziest mess you've ever heard tell of in your life. I'm talking about normal words, not like Southern words, just normal, everyday stuff. And Blissful Acres, chickens aren't that hard to raise. They're really not. Down here where we're at, they don't need anything.
What happened to my comments? They went away.
I don't know, baby.
Maybe Samson touched it with his nose, I think.
Oh, we got dog interference over there.
See? They're gone.
I like her. She is cute. I'll give you another. They said you were beautiful.
Samson stuck his nose to the tablet. Now I can't see the comments.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. We don't know what we're doing. I'm not sure at all. I'm not getting any comments over here now. Yeah, she is. You are beautiful. She is, ain't she? I mean, I wish I would tell her that. Rachel Lance, the homemade egg butter. Nana Grace. Yeah, we were just talking about the Easter eggers. They we had some that, you know, you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
She doesn't think so. I tell her all the time, and she doesn't believe me. She was a whole lot better than I do. There ain't no doubt about that. But I always said if you get married, make sure you're the ugly one, and I nailed that one. Oh, he said he kept missing you while typing. Well, she's not conceited. I mean, that's one of the most attractive things about her. She's not conceited. Here you go, Pharmacy Seeds, if you're out there. But anyway, I got real lucky. I'm okay with that, brother. Pharmacy Seeds, I'm fine with not being pretty enough for you. I'm okay with it.
I was hoping the comments would come up if I put one, but now, nope. It won't come up. Let's see.
Well, we might have, there's some time thing or something. But in case something happens, I want to thank all of y'all for watching this. We still don't know what we're doing on live streams. And just like the other day, this was just something to see if we can make it work. I actually had been watching the Farmall Fanatics live stream before supper. And I had to get off of there to eat supper. And I said, PG Nano Farm says,
I found it.
Tell her I'm female so she knows she is beautiful.
Thank you.
And thank you, fun chatting.
Okay. I'm back. I see it now. Yay.
Yeah, she's back online now. It's about time to go when she's back online. Rainbow Forever Advance that I've opened y'all live stream. We kind of enjoy doing it. It is fun. And the only way we're going to be able to do it is learn. And I really do appreciate y'all bearing with us. And
I still want to tell my chicken story.
Darlene wants to tell her chicken story. And this is a rarely seen opportunity to get her on here. So,
Okay. How do you do this when you can't see yourself? Chris brought home a bunch of biddies one time, and there was one biddy that had her eye poked out. Don't know if another chicken did it or if she just came that way. And I raised her, hand raised her, and she was come up to you and stand at your feet and jump up and down till you picked her up. And we called her Lucy, but the next one never ran over. But you can train a chicken to be a pet. That was my chicken story. See, nice, sweet, short.
He felt as bad about running over that chicken as you did about him running over that chicken.
Well,
he ran over the chicken with a golf cart. We don't really have any neighbors. The closest house to us is
she couldn't
500-600 yards away, but she was blind on one side. She didn't have one eye,
and she couldn't see to eat. So you had to hand feed. Can't even talk. You had to hand feed her, and she was very tame. She'd throw a fit into you.
Well, I got one better than that. Well, Trevor used to have pet chickens. Trevor used to have chickens that would sit on his shoulder like a parrot. But Bliss Wakers, you don't have to. If all you want is just some chickens to lay eggs, I almost assure you, if you'll be patient, somebody will give you some chickens. Somebody that's in the edge of town or in town.
Aw, we still got tangled up in barbed wire.
We've had that happen here. We've lost some chickens to wire that got left laying on the ground after somebody was told to pick it up.
Living the Dream was listening while she was plucking the chicken. Oh, Lord.
We told y'all the first chicken dressing story the last time, so I'm not going to rehash that. But
yeah, I don't do that.
Years ago,
yes, that is multitasking.
That's exactly right. Years ago, somehow or another, we ended up with 2 bottle-fed goats. I used to be in the goat business. I used to have a whole bunch of goats. And normally a bottle kid, we would sell them as soon as they were a couple weeks old while they were still on the bottle, we'd sell them. But my aunt and uncle used to live in a trailer down here, in my old trailer. And I had 2 bottle baby goats. And they wanted to keep them. They got attached to them. They wanted to make pets out of them. Well, I rode down there one night, and they were in front of the truck. They wouldn't get out of the way. I had a little Ford Ranger. And somebody was riding with me, and they said, "Watch out for them goats." I said, "Them fool goats will move. Don't you worry about that." And I run right over both of them. 10 miles an hour now. Run over both of them.
Oh my God.
And killed them dead in a hammer. At 10 miles an hour in the backyard. They both stood right there and got run over. I thought they had moved out of the way, and they hadn't. And famous last words, those goats will move. And these were pets raised on a bottle. Everybody was crying. It was a bad deal.
What's AY?
You're asking me what abbreviations
I don't
mean?
know what everything
If
means.
you hadn't told me what LOL means, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, I don't know what the
See, I don't text. I've never used text messages. I don't Facebook, so I don't know what I don't know what a lot of these abbreviations mean.
We need to start a new one that's a BYH.
BYH.
Yeah.
What is
Bless your
BYH?
heart.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh. I don't know.
Don't know it. Yeah, I worry about running over my own dog a lot.
Oh my God. Daisy runs out and meets me every day.
Yeah, that would be
Freaks
tragic.
me out.
Run over one of our own dogs. Our dogs like family. We're
They're like our kids.
Samson's something now. He's he'd come in the bedroom at night and check on me, make sure I'm all right. Laugh out loud.
Samson is his baby. Daisy's my baby. And yes,
Yeah.
she's like a baby.
He'll come in the bedroom at night and wake me up. "Was you all right, did he?" "Yeah, I'm fine." In my humble opinion. Well, you're going to have to tell me what some of them means. I don't know now. That'd be a good thing. That'd be a good thing to do a video on for us old people that don't do stuff like that. But it dawned on me the other day. I think I might already said this already, but I know we got some new people in here. I refuse to send a text message. I will not send a text message. And, I knew you weren't laughing at my goat. At the goat getting run over. LOL. Yeah, she had told me what LOL means. I know I've used it some in like answering y'all. Maybe I could collect a list of translations. Ain't a bad idea. Something it would be because like I said, I've
ask the girls at work to make
never
us a list.
texted any. No, you're fine, Rainbow Valley. Don't no. I want his heart broke over to what you were fine. Just disregard. But we don't know. We're not modernized. Me especially. Darlene drug us into the 21st century when we got married. Before that, let's see what was not here when you got here.
A lot.
That's right. I know what you meant. Pharmacy season. You told her right. Let's see what we didn't have. We didn't have internet at all. Where I work, it's known that I don't text. Well, texting, I don't understand texting. These younger people will spend 30 minutes texting you something that could have been conveyed in a 10-second phone call. And we run this all the time, even professionally. There's people I need to talk to that will not call me back. I'll call them and they'll send me a text and ask me what I want. And I've got an old flip phone. I can't really text them back. I don't know if you ever tried to send a text on a flip phone. And it's ridiculous, and then they're just not professional. I can't do business if somebody can't make a phone call. I mean, if you're so antisocial that you can't talk to somebody on the phone, I can't do nothing to help you. And we really, what was the? Yeah, that's right. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I will send Darlene a text sometimes, or she'll send me one. Like on the way home, or call me when you get time or something like that. That's fine. But when you're trying to conduct a business transaction via PG and NF, thanks for calling me younger. Hope this worse is calling our age old.
Well,
we might be getting old. My daddy told me one time, he said he knew he was old, his youngers were old. But and I'm the baby. I'm the baby by far, by many, many years. I'm the baby.
You're not a baby anymore.
I was the baby when I was little, though. Younger than my parents, older than my kids. Not a grace that I have a landline, no texting on it. That's right. We see, and I'm sure most of y'all were the same way. When I was young and talking on the phone involved sitting in a chair right over here, right over there, and that's as far as the cord went. They won't know, walking around talking to nobody in private. If you had a phone conversation, it was in the kitchen where everybody could hear it. And check this out. You dial the phone like this.
Rotary.
And, we didn't even have a cordless phone. Well, that's right, pharmacy sees. They ain't no telling how many times that I've thrown mine across the tobacco field or cornfield more than once. You're trying to work, and just give you a little bit of background. I work in the field in August and July when it's 102, 103 degrees, and I'm on top of a piece of machinery, usually a piece of tobacco equipment or a sprayer. And the metal will be so hot that you can't touch it. It'll burn your knees through your blue jeans. You got to have on leather gloves to put your hand down to move. And this machine's broke down, and you've got to fix it. There's 10 or 12 workers sitting there waiting on this machine to go back to running. They're paying $10 or $12 an hour, so it's costing them $300 to $500 an hour for it to be broke down. And that's my job. My job is to drive an 85 Chevrolet out there with a few parts on it, and get it running, whatever it takes. If I got to straight wire it, rig it, whatever, but I got to get it back running. And then the phone rings. The phone rings. And you can't answer it with your glove on. So it's ringing. And you got to pull your glove off. And then you answer it. And then it's somebody to ask you the stupidest question that you've ever been asked in your life. Or it's a telemarketer. And no, I don't need health insurance. Not if it costs money. And no, you're not going to give me an extended warranty on my old 85 Chevrolet. I'm pretty sure you're not. And I'm not interested in taking a survey. What's some of the rest of them?
There's nothing wrong with your credit card account.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with your credit card account, but I got a news flash for them. I don't have a credit card.
That one.
Oh, that's right. Answer the phone, is it done yet? That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Oh, my personal favorite, some of my bigger customers, what are you doing? I need you to quit on that and come over here and do this. It'd be awesome free chickens. What's what we need to figure out how to do? We need to figure out how to do a livestock exchange across state lines, across international borders. Do they have telemarketers in Australia? Tell me y'all don't have telemarketers in Australia. That one country in this world is smart enough to not let that crap happen. Just one. I had thought about that. I ain't never got time to do it. Credit card company. It ain't really a credit card company. I don't know what it is. We don't have any credit cards. I haven't had a credit card in decades. Farmer said, Donna Grace said the grandkids didn't know how to use the rotary dial phones. I can believe that. No problem. No problem.
Pharmacy says he puts them on holidays.
Yeah, that's what I was reading a while ago. That was pretty good. Daily calls like to stir the pot. Well, by halftime, I tell them he died. They'll call me and say, if they ask to speak to me, I say, we died last year. And they go, duh, 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 and I just hang up on them because I don't owe nobody no money. And I don't need no credit card. do you eat them? What are we eating? Okay, Blissful Lakers, we don't know what we're eating. Is it chickens or telemarketers?
No, we don't eat telemarketers.
My kids talk to the telemarketers, living the dreams, and my kids talk to telemarketers.
My mom does.
Yeah, my mama does. She's lonely. Check Jim 14 pregnant. I saw something on YouTube. You know, it ain't happened much around here lately, but once upon a time you would get look at this fool dog. Once upon a time around here you would get people calling from the IRS, right? Instead, they claimed it from the IRS. Well, I've had a run in with the IRS, and they will not call you on the phone. They'll send you a certified letter with a sheriff's deputy holding it, but they will not call you on the phone. Well, I guess you asked, do you know Jesus? Well,
Never chicken eating.
I'm going to tell you, first question I'm going to ask so I don't offend anybody. IRS threat phone calls, I played them too. Do we have any Jehovah's Witnesses watching tonight?
Or Mormons.
I'm pro-Mormon. I don't have a problem at all with Mormons. Mormons are fine. Well, I'm Mennonite. So, my wife's English, but I'm Mennonite. And the Jehovah's Witnesses have come up here. And they'll say, can we please come in and tell you about whatever this kind of stuff Jehovah's Witnesses believe. And I'll say, sure. As long as you give me an equal amount of time to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ as is wrote in the Bible to you. And that backfired. Now they come up here semi-regularly and want to talk to me. Asked them to pray, start prayers for dear Lord Jesus, they will leave immediately. I had a lot of questions for them. So I was taught not to disrespect anybody that was a Christian. And I'm still not, I haven't quite made up my mind yet. What? I missed something. I missed something else.
Someone asked me how I was. I said, not good. She hung up. Oh, she didn't really want to know.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, that's what my mom does. Tells them about all the stuff going on in her life that hang up her too.
But anyway, they can't have it. They can't have it. They won't talk. And but does anybody know? I know we've got some religious people here tonight. Are Jehovah's Witnesses Christian? Because they can't answer that question. If you ask them that question, they kind of give you a roundabout answer.
Well, they believe in. They said it's God, but they call him Jehovah.
I'm actually not so against Mormon. I mean, I'm pro-Mormon. I have a lot of Mormon friends, and I don't believe that they're going to get to heaven one day. They're going to say we don't let Mormons in here. I think Mormons will probably make it into heaven. I don't agree with some of what they believe, but I think they've got the basic gist down of accepting Christ as their Lord and Savior. And
except for the multiple wives thing. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Mormons. I know a lot of really good Mormon people. I'm not against Mormons at all. Jehovah's Witnesses I'm confused about, because like I said, I've had them come up here, and I'm not scared to ask them straightforward questions like, are y'all Christian? And they can't answer them. They give you some roundabout answers, and it worries me. Okay, PG Nano Farm, that may be correct.
What did they say?
She says she's done some religious studies, and Jehovah's Witnesses believe that Jesus was a prophet.
Yeah, kind of like
That
Jewish,
could be right.
Jewish people believe that Jesus was a prophet.
That's right. Jewish people believe he was a prophet. Pharmacy says they can't answer us a no. Pharmacy says, I think that's right. Well, I came right out and asked them. And I'm not going to be rude or ugly to anybody if I can help it. And they have Jehovah's Witnesses in Australia too. I was hoping y'all had missed out on some of the bad stuff. Wow. That's just, y'all just can't win. Yeah, well, you know, I don't know how many of them we got. There's not a whole bunch of them, but like I said, my faith tells me to build my house beside the road and be a friend to every man that passes. That's something I believe in wholeheartedly, and I can't be ugly to them. I'm not allowed to be. But it doesn't mean that I wouldn't love just get a stick and run them off sometimes. They won't leave. They won't leave. And one thing I'll give Mormons, the Mormons have come up here riding their bicycles with their little suits on, and I've been outside working just as hard as anybody's ever worked, and said, boys, I ain't got time to talk to you. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I don't have time to talk to you. And they jump right in and help me. Jehovah's Witnesses never done that. Like I said, I'm not anti-Mormon. If they manage to save some people, I don't care if some of their stuff's not exactly like it ought to be. If they can get the gist of Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior and save some people, then I guess I can't say so much about them. That's right. I've seen Mormons do some great things. I've seen them. That's exactly right. We went to a church with them when visiting them. Did you catch that? It got going over here too quick. I think there might be some brainwashing. Well, the biggest thing that got me is I think everybody can agree that we don't know when Jesus was born, right? I've read the Bible more than once. Nowhere in the Bible does it say when he was born. Doesn't even really give you a clue per se. But there was some pagan holiday that happened to be on the winter solstice, and when they brought Christianity into Europe, they said, we're going to call this Christ's birthday, and it's going to be Christmas. And you got to celebrate it on a day, and what's the matter with it being that day?
It still got moved 4 days. Solstice is 21st.
I understand what you meant, living a dream. They ain't bad mouthing, but they are annoying sometimes. I get it. But they're doing a great thing. If you can get Baptists or Methodists or Mennonites or whoever in the world, if you can get them to go door to door and do mission work like they do, think about what we could accomplish. Yeah, don't worry about the day, but the things. I didn't catch that either. It got going
But the
too
things
quick.
he taught and how he treated others, what was important.
Right. Oh, yes, 100%.
How did we get on religion?
I don't know, because I'm a religious person and I like to talk about religion.
Uh-huh.
Pharmacy Season Network's Jesus. In fact, I'll tell y'all, I think we're all friends here. I'm going to be honest with you about something. One thing I thought about trying to do on this channel was trying to. Now, I'm not a preacher. My brother's a preacher, but I'm not a preacher. And I thought about trying to do a little bit of, I don't know how to be the best way to put it, a little bit of pro-Jesus spreading around, maybe.
Evangelist.
I don't know about evangelist. All the holidays are mixed because of different ages of time. The only thing that matters is what you believe. That's right. I mean, but anyway, the Jehovah's Witnesses came up here and started right in on Christ wasn't born on Christmas. Well, I know that. What are you telling me for? You know? do it. We need more of that on YouTube. I'm gonna try to. I don't know. I mean, I try to drop little hints to people sometimes. You know.
Why is it? They say it's a sin to have a drink of any kind, not like adult drink.
It depends on who you asked about that. We ain't gonna get up here bad mouthing. We ain't gonna get up here and bad mouth Mormons. I like Mormons.
Mormons. It's Jehovah's Witnesses.
I don't know. I don't know what they'll have. Goats? Do you eat them? I used to. Back when I had a bunch of goats, we eat goat regular. Living a dream homestead, amazing property. What did that say right there?
Which part?
See the comments. The comments get going on the phone. They pop up for a split second, and I read pretty fast. But I won't get the second one.
Did you eat the goats? And country, that keeps moving. Country homestead.
Living a dream.
YouTube church.
What is it? J&L? Is it J&L Ministries?
I don't know.
I believe it's J&L Ministries does that. He's got a YouTube church. He's a really nice guy. It's the same guy that's got Jim's In Town Garden.
Pharmacy Seeds sets your actions and words be in harmony. Yes, we had an amazing prophet word about YouTube channel and what it would do. People will see the truth if they can, and if they can't, it's on them. That's awesome. Rainbow Valley Ranch said that's awesome. And Pharmacy says goats delicious. So
Goats delicious.
We got two different conversations.
Yeah, we got two different conversations. Goat is not bad. Goat is not bad. I'll tell you a little funny goat story.
Never had a goat.
Well, you came in post goat. Years ago, I raised a bunch of goats. We had mink goats around here. When nobody had mink goats around here, we had a monopoly on it. And Pharmacy Seeds is not venison almost. Best way I know to describe it, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, if you ever eat any, but it kind of tastes like a cross between deer and venison and mutton, or venison and lamb. It's not bad. It's not bad. But years ago, we barbecued a goat. And they do stink when you barbecue them. But we cooked him just like a pig. We put him on the grill and barbecued him. And he stunk. Smelled like pure death cooking.
I can't eat anything.
And nobody wouldn't eat it. You could not pay anybody to eat it. And plus, we had some people sitting around bad mouthing the goat because we were cooking a goat instead of a hog, and they didn't like that. And anyway, nobody might have ate one mouthful of this goat after we barbecued it. Well, a friend of mine was up here, a good friend of my daddy, because my daddy passed away, but a good friend of my daddy's was up here. And he said, what are you going to do with that goat? And I got a lot of Puerto Rican friends, and they eat a goat in a heartbeat too. But anyway, I said, I don't know. He said, well, let me chop it up. You know, he's got barbecue boards, and we pull pork and chop it up. His barbecue in East North Carolina. And we chopped it up into barbecue, like pork barbecue. And he worked at a large factory. He carried it to work with him the next day. And he come by that evening and said, you know, I didn't hardly get any of that goat barbecue. I said, what do you mean you didn't get it? He said, I put it in the break room in there and told anybody wanted it could have it. And they eat all of it. I said, I didn't have enough for lunch. When I got in there, it was gone. I said, did they like the goat? He said, yeah. I told him what it was. He said, I told him what it was. They were all sick, talking about they're going to throw up. And, they couldn't handle it after finding out what it was. There's a ton of feral goats in Australia. I watched something. I watched something about they had turned the feral goats in Australia into a business. Maybe somebody was rounding them up and doing something with them. And what was the one said they were spiritual, not religious? What was that?
Blissful Acres.
Yes, up north there is.
Apparently it's a problem for ranchers and they're rounding them up and selling the meat. Yeah, so there you go. That was part of that message.
I agree with Blissful Acres. Spiritual, not religious.
Yes.
That's a good way of putting it, maybe. Yeah, but you're up north is our down south. It is a little confusing, ain't it? Darlene asked me several times to ask you if the toilet's flush backwards. Does the water swirl backwards in the toilet? Is that true? Or is that... How do you know? How do you know which way ours turn? I don't even know if I know which way ours turn.
I don't either. Not really.
I ain't never flushed the toilet, but oh yeah, the water's swirling this way. Or the water's swirling that way.
It was a big deal on TV one time. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was a big deal on TV. You know, we really think, living the dream, we really think that everybody in Australia...
Simpsons! That might have been where I saw it.
What was that now?
They said that was on a Simpsons episode.
Well, was the answer that yes, they do go to... Do ours go clockwise? Ours can they go clockwise, don't they?
I don't know.
What the hell has the rotation of Earth got to do with how the toilet flushes? Or the equator? Anyway, I think ours go clockwise.
They're on the opposite side of the world, not
What's that got to do with which way?
I don't know, but oh, hurricanes and typhoons spin opposite.
Well, they might do, but I can't see what it would. Two things we all have in common: goats and Simpsons. I ain't never seen the Simpsons.
No, you have.
I seen it 5 minutes one time, maybe.
Maybe what's the one that you do like the cartoon?
I don't know. I like cartoons. I just don't know what it ain't the Simpsons. I gotta eat dinner. Thank you for watching, PG Nano. Thank you.
Good night. I'll eat dinner.
She's got to go eat dinner. It ain't that late where they're at. It's supper time where they're at. She's in Washington, I think that was right. Well, she in Washington.
Uh-huh.
And the Australian episode. Did the Simpsons make an Australian episode?
I don't know. I guess.
But anyway, living the dream. If you'll send us that list of words, and we'll do a little. Oh, we got a bunch of them. Did we tell PG Nano bye and everybody? Did I do that?
Oh, good night.
Good night. You have a good evening now. And we'll try to do that. But I think we're already drug this out. I don't know how long we've been up here, but wait right much longer than we had planned on it.
It's fun.
Rainbow Valley Ranch is still here. We lost a couple people, but something else I will talk about right quick. We might talk about this the last time. How you know we lost Josh?
No, they can still up here. He hasn't messaged me in a long time.
No. You wanted to go outside. You heard that, didn't you?
Yeah, he's after something.
Yeah, he's
The
after
cats are
something.
in trouble.
Oh, we've got an intruder. I don't know if you can hear it or not. But
The neighbor's cats keep coming up, and Samson don't like them.
I don't know if this neighbor's cat's right, but anyway, I will get off here in just a second. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, good night, Nana Grace.
Yep.
It's 11 o'clock where they're at. We're going to go ahead and get off here, but something I do want to tell you right quick before we do. I want to thank you for watching. The one thing that has really impressed me, I can't really tell you why I started a YouTube channel. Not really. We just took the notion to do it one day. But one of the biggest things that's impressed me is the community. I really feel like we have made friends all over the world. I feel like we've made friends all over the country. I feel like we're actually getting to know y'all, like really becoming a community. And that's impressive. We didn't expect that.
Well, it's kind of like having friends over,
Well, yeah, we really enjoy this. We enjoy doing the live streams. I enjoy hearing y'all's stories, and I enjoy everything, all of it. It's really nice.
Mhm.
And they're spreading the knowledge around. I mean, between the 8 or 9 people up here, we figure out to do anything. And you get to see how everybody does things different. You get to figure out the best way to do it. I mean, it really is the community. It's really been nice. It has really, really been nice. And but anyway, I want y'all to remember something. You'll never plow a field by turning it over in your mind. And I really do appreciate y'all watching tonight. And we may make this a regular thing. Strength in numbers is always. That's right. That's right. And
We're a network like the Frugal Red.
well, fungus goes all over. Now, fungus is the largest living creature in the world. Is a fungus because it's in the roots of the trees and it covers the whole forest. The same, fungus ain't really a plant or animal. It's like a combination. And
The future guy.
but anyway, we're gonna get off here and let you go. Thank you a whole lot for watching. And like I said, if y'all want to do it, we'll start making this a weekly thing for a few minutes. We won't try to drag it out 2 hours, but we'll try to do it every week. And I do thank you for watching, but I don't know how to cut the thing off. And good night, everybody, and God bless you.
Good night. Come here.
What?
I'm not sure how to